Hi, it's Panda Movies here. Today, I'm going to explain the movie called Predestination. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. Enjoy the video. A gunfight ensues when a time-traveling agent tries to defuse a bomb and is confronted by someone who tries to stop him. Despite this, the agent reaches the device once more, but it explodes, burning his face. Someone approaches him and assists him in gaining control of his time-traveling equipment, which sends him to a 1992 hospital. While the agent recovers from facial surgery and psychotic symptoms, it is revealed that he attempted to avert the 1975 attack in New York by the so-called Fizzle bomber. He obtained his final task after his rehabilitation. The agent relocated to New York in 1970. He strikes up a chat with one of his clients while working as a bartender. The customer creates authentic confession articles under the pen name The Unmarried Mother, which he explains to the agent based on his own life story. The customer was born a girl and grew up in a Cleveland orphanage as Jane. She did well in school, yet she struggled to fit in. Jane made the decision to raise any children she had in a normal household and hence avoided romances. She applied for a program called Space Corporation as an adult, which promised women the opportunity to go to space, while also providing astronauts with intimate R&R, but she was later disqualified due to a medical condition she had never been told about, but which piqued the interest of a man named Robertson. Jane ran into a man who stated he was waiting for someone in 1963. The two soon fell in love, but the man vanished one day. Robertson eventually approached Jane, disclosing that Space Corporation was actually a division of the Temporal Agency, which was now looking to hire her. When it was discovered that Jane was pregnant with her ex-child, lovers they cut ties. Doctors discovered Jane was intersex, with internal male and female sex organs, while conducting a cesarean section. They had to remove her female sex organs due to complications at the birth. She then underwent gender reassignment and began living as a guy. In addition, her baby was kidnapped by an unknown man. Jane, who now goes by the name John, has been living a bitter life ever since, producing literature under the pen name The Unmarried Mother. The agent offers to transport John back in time to the day Jane met the guy who would eventually become her boyfriend and abandon her, so that John can avenge himself by killing the man who ruined his, Jane's, life. In exchange, John will take up the agent's position for as long as he wants. The agent unveils his time travel equipment, and the two journey back in time to that fateful day in Cleveland in 1963. John plans to kill his former girlfriend before he sees Jane for the first time. While waiting, John meets Jane and discovers that he is the man who will later become Jane's lover as they converse. The baby born from this self-fertilization is kidnapped by the agent, who transports it to 1945 using the time machine, leaving it at the orphanage where Jane was nurtured. As a result, Jane, John, and their child are all the same person, creating a predestination contradiction. The agent travels to New York in 1975, where he aids his burned self from the opening of the movie. The agent travels back to 1963, a few months after delivering John. He persuades John to leave Jane behind and transports them both to the Temporal Agency in 1985, using his time machine. In 1975 New York, close to the day of the Fizzle bomber's assault, John takes over the agent's position so the agent can retire. The agent discovers that the time travel equipment does not decommission as anticipated and can still be used while entering this time period. He goes to a laundry at the exact time the Fizzle bomber will be there, as per orders. The Fizzle bomber is revealed to be the agent's own future self, who has developed madness as a result of his time travel. Because he blasted areas before potential mass killers could utilize them, the Fizzle bomber claims that his efforts have saved and will save more lives than they have cost, and that they ultimately led to the reinforcement of the Temporal Agency. He tries to persuade the agent that the only way to break the cycle is for him to die. The agent murders his future self after denying he will ever become the Fizzle bomber. As the agent examines the time travel device, it becomes clear that John is the man who traveled to New York in 1975 and was burned while disarming a bomb. Jane, John, the agent, and the Fizzle bomber are all the same person, thanks to his subsequent facial reconstruction in 1992. Robertson engineered the birth of this agent in order to produce an agent who is not bound by time. This temporal agent was in charge of both his creation and death, pushing the predestination conundrum to its breaking point. The agent worries if he'll ever be able to break free from the cycle.